Welcome back to a new episode of FFP, and I have dementia.
Yep, welcome to the 11th episode of Caught in Chaos, guys. Our usual Sunday service.
Yes,
with
yes.
Pastor Paul and Pastor Malinda.
Yes, exactly. No. You're definitely the head preacher, and I'm more like the guy who hands out like the communion.
Yeah.
That's,
I say welcome
yeah.
to the 11th episode of Caught in Chaos.
Hi guys, thanks for tuning in as always.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. We have a host of news.
Host of news.
Yeah, to go through. But how was your week, man?
It was good. We went
Nothing happened.
nothing really going on.
No.
And we have more news coming from the ministry today.
Yeah.
And
Breaking news.
And
For our old breaking news.
Exactly. And you guys are getting it fresh from the oven.
Is this a secret plug for your other show, Fresh from the Oven?
We already run a show called Fresh from the Oven.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, this is literally falling apart. So if you want to, I know we like fully decked out now. I think this is our permanent residence.
And how you guys like the setting? Like, I don't know if
we
something
We flipped around the microphone so that they are not in the way anymore, because you guys said it was a little bit impersonal, and I hope this is a bit better.
Yeah. Like for me, I like this setup.
Let me know, obviously.
Let us know who's watching us, because apparently we had a few viewers, and while we are running also from our end, YouTube shows us 0 concurrent viewers.
Yeah, so let us know if you're there.
Which is not possible, because there is something running that we see,
yeah,
and it's not counted.
Whatever, YouTube, you're doing your best.
Yeah,
you're doing your level best, which is good enough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so let us know if you actually enjoy this new setting, and I know that the chairs with sitting up without the table in the middle made it more feel like the distance is not different. That's the weird thing.
It's the
like
same
we're sitting the same distance apart, but somehow because of this, it feels like we're further apart from each other. Yeah,
which is also a good thing, because that proves us we are keeping our social distance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, now it's 2 baby elephants.
I hope you guys got your drinks for the Sunday evening. We have some vodka with mango juice, and Paul has his fancy fucking.
Freaky. This looks freaky in the light. This
it looks
good.
like you're drinking some blood or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a Bloody Mary.
Yeah, exactly. Cheers, my man.
Cheers, man.
Thank you for coming out.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers for coming out. If you're actually coming out, we don't know. Maybe the stream is down. We don't know. Right?
Let us know who's there. So, shall we? How's the Bloody Mary?
Wow, fantastic, man. My best one so far. But also because I switched out Tabasco, which is normally called for in the recipe, and replaced it with Cristal, which is just fancy Tabasco. So it's so
Cristal.
It doesn't have as much vinegar in it, so it's that the vinegar is horrible in this. You know, it doesn't match the vodka. I mean, that's basically 90% of a Polish guy's diet is vinegar-based products and vodka. Yeah.
So, shall we jump into the news?
If it's not pickled, I don't eat it, you know?
It's a pickled vodka.
Yes, exactly. All right, let's go into the news.
This is the news.
Don't let
News.
yesterday you said tomorrow. So just
News from around the world.
make
With Paul
come true.
and Malinda.
Do it.
Yes, we have a bunch of
We have the latest updates.
exciting news, guys.
Very, very exciting.
Exciting news. The government finally realized that it would be smart to do some things that we were told that would be useful 9 months ago.
They should start watching our podcast, man.
We'll take a consulting fee.
Is
Like-
there anybody who knows the government?
I wouldn't
Who could
mi-
recommend our podcast?
I wouldn't mind Causing Chaos being like on the official
Austrian Ministry website.
yeah, exactly, as like trusted resources, you know, like because they don't have apparently anybody internally to speak English, so
Yeah.
they need us. They need us, you know. Yeah. Like who else? FM4. That's the two.
FM4 is
FM beer is way better. I love FM beer.
there. There is a
No, that would be fantastic though. That would be a great knockoff radio station. FM beer. I wouldn't mind a beer-based radio station. What would they play, like music-wise? Like only like country songs, or you know, like
fucking Oktoberfest songs.
Oktoberfest songs? Yeah, that's true. Like
German folk
probably
music.
depends on the region that radio station is based in. Yeah. Beer songs from around the world.
It would be better as if we do like a TV station than a radio station, so at least we can see what they stand for.
Beer.
Beer.
Yeah. I think beer is probably the most TV accessible drink.
Yeah.
Like from all the alcoholic drinks, like beer has been probably featured the most prominently, like in TV shows and stuff.
I don't know, like in Sri Lanka, they like canceled showing any liquor related stuff.
Really?
Like while ago, but now again they're showing it maybe because they so apparently their argument is if you show that people are drinking alcohol
Right.
on TV, kids will
Right, it normalizes it, and then you get negative educational value from it.
yeah.
Yeah, I get it. That's the same way they like thought about smoking in movies.
Yeah.
And now people are still smoking in movies, but smoking went down since the 90s because what really matters is taxes. Make it expensive and people will stop doing it. And like Australia is obviously the number one case for
it's the most
reducing.
expensive.
Yeah, but also they did like an educational program and all that shit next to it, and they have like from all the developed nations, I think the lowest smoking rate now.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Australia is doing extremely well by transforming their like
okay.
a good re-education, because it obviously takes away so much pain and suffering from, you know, every 60-year-old with lung cancer.
Lung cancer.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
Those guys are expensive if you have a public healthcare system.
Yeah, I know, because Sri Lanka has a public healthcare system, and actually I think in Sri Lanka also the smoking rate has gone like massively down.
Yeah.
They are doing other stuff now.
Yeah, people are holding their breath now.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like tobacco and alcohol are the number one tax income.
Goods. Yeah.
Every
Wow.
country gets a massive tax
Yeah.
from tobacco, and the only other problem is if you have public healthcare, you spend all this money on healthcare.
It's the circle
cycle.
of life. The circle of fucked up life. Oh, and we have a live viewer. We detected one on our radio. Paul is dressed like my religion teacher in first class. Nice. That's the look.
the
I was
idea?
getting. Yeah, I'm the cool religion teacher, fresh off of I don't know,
He's not the pastor, he's
Jesus
the
College.
imposter.
Yeah, I'm the impastor. I'm the impastor.
By the way, if you haven't watched that TV series, it's a good one. Imposter.
Oh,
It's
shit.
a funny one.
Yeah.
Hey,
Really
Ali. Hey, Andreas. Hello, Paul. Please grow a mustache to finish your
Ned Flanders cosplay. Love the roast, guys. Actually,
nice.
love
Keep
the
it
roast.
coming. Keep it coming.
No, this is perfect. This is I try to dress as square as possible, and apparently I hit it. I hit the perfect square. Yeah.
So the first news out is the lockdown is extended until the 7th of February now.
Woo!
Which is
Which
2
means
weeks.
for at least 4 more episodes of Calling Chaos.
Yeah, it's 4 more episodes. So you're gonna come live to your place, live to your screen
Yeah, exactly.
for 4 more weeks. What's the other thing?
Which makes sense. I mean, again, the numbers have been going down like they hoped.
Well, it's terrible.
Again. Christmas and New Year's were horrible decisions.
New Year's, at least they didn't
No, they learned out of their Christmas mistake.
Yeah.
But they clearly were like, oh, we can't yank it away anymore. Like, it's too late to yank away Christmas because everybody has prepped already.
Yeah.
And then we literally lose the confidence of the Austrian people if we do that. So they chose the smaller of the two to sacrifice, the smaller lamb. Yeah, but so numbers are not going down.
Numbers are not going down
in the way they should be.
Yep.
Especially if you hide some in your basement.
So that I was scared when I saw like 3,500 something
me too,
on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
What happened?
And I was even so mad, like these motherfucking skiers and all that shit.
Yeah.
And then apparently Upper Austria had a backlogged numbers that hasn't been released, that got released. A little advice to Upper Austria, like, if you want to keep something in the basement, it shouldn't be the coronavirus numbers. It should be people, just like Lower Austria.
Yeah, exactly.
Learn from them.
Learn from Lower Austria and keep people in there, not data. Yeah. We don't give a fuck if you socially isolate your family right now.
No problem. Keep doing it, but
you're actually doing a service to this community by keeping people in your basement.
Yeah. Right now, that should be done.
Yeah.
Nobody will be mad at you. Unless, apart from the person who is in the basement.
Maybe. We don't know. We can't feel their feelings. Maybe there is one who's like, this is dope. I never like somebody who's like the opposite.
I don't even have to pay rent.
Well, yeah, exactly. Free lodging. Free lodging, free food. Yeah. Casual sexual assault. This is like a better prison. This is like an American prison. Minus the lodging and the food.
Yeah. I heard Austrian prisons are actually nice.
Yeah, Austrian prisons are alright. It depends which one you're going to, obviously. Like the newer ones that were built in like the 2000s.
Yeah.
There are like 2 or 3 of those, I think. Those are really swanky.
So Austria is building new prisons. Does that mean criminal activities are rising?
No, it just means the old ones were literally like from the Kaiser's time.
Okay.
Like
proper prisons.
Yeah, like old school prisons. And they were like not up to security standards, obviously, and all that shit. So they had, and obviously, like any building, at some point it gets decrepit, so you have to rebuild it at some point.
I see.
Yeah, so there are some newly built prisons in Austria, and those are pretty I wouldn't say dank.
Yeah.
That's too good for a prison. No prison is dank, you know? Except for maybe the prison in Colombia that, what's the guy from Narcos again?
Escobar?
Yeah, Escobar, the prison that he built for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a prison for himself.
Yeah, the government was like, hey, you have to go to prison. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do that, but only if I get to build my own prison. Like they had a furnace in there where they probably burned people that they killed in the prison.
Fuck.
Yeah, Escobar was like he built himself a villa that he just labeled prison. Villa, you know, like cocaine central.
The one good thing I'm actually happy about is schools are closed until the 8th of February. The first day is supposed to be 8th of February now, which is fantastic. You shouldn't be fucking opening schools. Like, thank you very much. I was really, really mad. Like, why are they trying to open schools?
Yeah.
Parents, if you made kids, fucking deal with it.
It's a vector of disease.
Yeah.
And it's not your kids being the troubling part. The troubling part is
you. You think when we were growing up, our parents had a problem if we had to stay home? No. Because we were parented well.
Also, staying home means just more internet time. More time.
Yeah, we didn't have internet, but at least now your kids have internet, which they prefer than going to school.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
And also after the 7th, FFP2 masks are mandatory in certain places such as retail.
Again,
and
something that should have been a thing 9 months ago.
Yep.
They should have just skipped the normal MNS, Mund-Nasenschutz, the normal one. They should have just skipped them and just went full hog into FFP2 manufacturing so that we have the quantity. Like now we have the quantity.
Yeah, and
but
also
we should have had the quantity in like May.
Yeah.
You
They
know?
should have been available for everybody when we were going for the second lockdown.
Yeah, for like 50 cents.
Yeah.
A piece.
Right
€1.
now, all the supermarkets and everything, they're selling
I've seen everything
FFP2 at the cost price.
I've seen everything between €2 and like 8.
Yeah.
I've seen FFP2 masks sold for €8, which is honestly, I don't know. That smells to me like a lawsuit waiting to happen for gouging prices.
But the government has told they are going to make sure that the masks are distributed at the cost price.
Sure.
But nobody said what's the cost price.
Yeah. And people who are already not inclined to wearing masks will not pay to wear a mask now. They will just get a thing that will look close to an FFP2 mask. Nobody checks those exactly. Yeah. Again, wear the fucking masks.
Wear the fucking masks. And also, unfortunately, there are no updates yet on hotels and events and bar restaurants, like gastronomy and events.
Yeah.
So we're
gonna be the last ones, man.
We are definitely going to be the last ones, and there is still consideration of even if they open, like you can only enter those places with a negative test.
We'll see. I mean, honestly, it's all backwards. Obviously, these are all like you said before we started the stream. You had a very apt analogy, like this is a broken bone or whatever, a broken structure, and they tape it over.
Instead of replacing it, you are taping the fucking fracture.
Yeah, but we should have replaced 6 months ago. Yeah. But now we're stuck with it. Yeah. We're stuck in the situation that we've created for ourselves. And it karma's a bitch.
And people should start like wondering, like yesterday there was a protest in Vienna for anti-masks and for the government to go home.
Well done, guys.
With 10,000 fucking people who were not wearing masks and
really
not
smart.
Keeping social distance.
You idiots, wear masks there, not because you believe in it, but it's way harder for the police to identify your sorry ass.
Yes, exactly. and for me, the problem is, yes, there might be concerns that you think you are losing your freedom, but we are losing our jobs thanks to you motherfuckers. Because whatever you do only prolongs unemployment.
This is a very dangerous combination of entitlement, fascism, some other fringe groups that like believe like eco-fascists and stuff like that. Like, but just very Austrian at the same time. Like super, I don't know. It doesn't have gravitas. I don't know, you know? Like it doesn't feel like, they don't feel imposing. Yeah. They feel like idiots, you know?
Like for me, because one person said like that she doesn't want to feel like she's in China where she's not allowed to do anything. But here's the catch. China is right now doing everything. They're having raves and all that shit. New Zealand is doing all that shit because why?
Yeah, they locked down
their lockdown
properly.
is way stricter than in Austria, and it only lasts for a couple of weeks, 2 months, maximum 3 months.
Not a year.
It didn't last a year. Right now we are entering since March. In 2 months, like we are in fucking 1 year.
Yeah.
So if you actually fucking not bother about going out and hanging out and partying and shit, we would have been out already now.
Yeah.
There were certain stupid things done based on human rights. Whatever.
Sure.
That's just a shadow for me.
Yeah, but things that China can obviously do that we can't.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, China can just say to all of its people, stay the fuck home or the army's gonna shoot you in the back.
They fucking lock down their doors, like they fucking hammered doors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, lockdown. Yeah.
Like you can't fucking end.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but that's very inhumane because, you know,
it is.
Personal freedoms do exist even during a lockdown.
Yeah. So anyhow, like, don't try to be stupid, because anything that you're gonna do and rebel against the situation only will help fucking prolonging the fucking situation.
Yeah,
because
no.
10,000 out of 8 million ain't shit.
Luckily, yeah. Luckily.
Like, if you want to do something, get 7 million.
That's the only thing that I'm happy about, is that it didn't crack like the 50K mark.
Yeah. They were expecting 50,000, right?
Something like that, yeah. They were expecting way more, like so much that they like had like separate marches that then would
Together.
one mega march, you know? But yeah, luckily that didn't happen. What I'm obviously, again, one of the journalists there that reported for the APA, I think, or somebody like that, got assaulted. But he already got previously assaulted at one of other rally like that. So now he had like a helmet and like a body vest on. Yeah. So when they attacked him this time, they like didn't hurt him significantly. But again, the police just stood by, and their excuse was, we couldn't, which is true, kind of. They said, we couldn't dissolve it because you can only do that at the start of something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have, like, you saw people coming in without masks. Stop them and disperse them before they get too big, and it wouldn't be in your control to...
Straka was there, right?
Straka was there, which is the best thing ever. If he gets COVID from this again, or did he? I think he already had it. I'm not sure anymore.
I'm sure if he had it, we would have spoken about it here.
Oh, yeah,
100%.
Yeah, but, you know, he can have it on the download now.
Yeah.
You know, like, nobody is going to complain if he's not talking for 2 weeks. Nobody. Literally nobody in the newspaper is like, oh no, Strache didn't say something this week. They're all like, all right, this seems fair. You know?
So, yeah, please be mindful. Like, for me, I also feel it, like, because we all lost our jobs and we are not able to, like, we actually, every time we think that there is a fucking light at the end of the tunnel, it just turns out to be a mirage.
Yeah, it's one of those security booth lights in the tunnel. Yeah. That's like saying, yeah, you can stop here, but you can't get out.
It's like, shit, finally it's getting over. Oh no, it's getting prolonged, motherfucker.
Yeah. Right now we're stuck at the shittiest gas station ever. Refueling to keep going in that tunnel.
Like that teasing of like, yep, we might be, like, because right now it would have been next week. We're like, finally.
You know what they should have called it? Like a tantric lockdown, you know? Oh, you don't know when you get to release, you know? Like, for weeks and weeks we tease you. Ooh, you know, you might get something or you might not. And you're like, So
it's like somebody's jerking.
This is a masochist's dream, actually.
Well, it's
like, there's like 200,000 Austrians at least who are like, this is my fetish. Yeah. Oh, yes, Austrian government, please keep me locked up. Tell me that I'm a bad boy for not wearing the right mask.
It's like being jerked off to not come.
Yeah, tantric. It's like, tantric. Yeah, tantric. Tantric is also called bullshit. Like, I get it. I tried it. Tantric is fun. But also, it takes so long. Literally. Like, it is. You know how a movie that is excellent can be too long? Same thing for sex. Okay. You can have sex for too long in one piece. Okay. Where at some point, like a few hours in, you're like, all right, you know, like TikTok, motherfucker. You've got places to be.
I got faces to come.
I've got faces. Good watch joke. Nice. That's the face of a watch. Really good. Fuck yeah.
Also, now there is more new news. Brazil has its own variant of COVID now. It has, like, you know, it is, for the first time, China built the original and others are copying.
The cool thing about the Brazilian variant is patients are reported to be 50% more jolly. You nearly had a spit take there. You nearly spit on the mic.
It's the mic that kept me from not spitting it out.
And you get 80% better at the samba or whatever. I don't know which Brazilian dance is really Brazilian. I have no idea about that shit.
Some capoeira shit. Maybe that's how the variant got...
Capoeira, the famous dance capoeira.
Maybe that's how it enters your lungs. Doing that capoeira dance.
Dance foo, yeah. Yeah.
I think Tyrol is also following like the new trend of having everything 2.0s and 3.0s.
Yeah.
So
Tyrol is again on the cutting edge.
yeah,
They were the first ones to do a mega spread in Europe. Now they're back, baby.
they're back, baby. Like because the British variant is spreading over there now.
Yeah.
Rapidly, thanks to British ski instructors,
Future
ski instructors.
Yeah. How? Like, how are they even
How big
there?
is skiing in Britain?
Huh?
How big is skiing in Britain?
It is like middle to higher upper class, like citizens. You know, that's
do
their
they have
thing.
like a big slopes and everything?
And they have a few slopes in Scotland, but that's it.
Okay.
That's why they come to Austria
Okay.
and Germany and
I see.
Switzerland. But Austria, obviously, because it's cheaper than those countries
Okay.
in general. That's not true totally anymore. Like now, we obviously are also a luxury destination, but in the 90s, we outpriced the Germans and the Swiss.
Mm-hmm.
Significantly. I mean, the shilling helped too, obviously. But yeah, so we had a bunch of British. So they were here, and obviously, how many? 16, I think.
Yeah,
16 or 17.
16 or 17.
Got sick. Basically all at the same time. Which makes me think, did they just, hit the slopes differently this time? What did they do to get
And the
all
worst
sick
thing
at the
was they
same
were
time?
partying. They were
Partying, all right. Yeah. To get sick in such a manner, you definitely had an orgy.
Yeah.
Those Brits are famous for being animals abroad. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen more than one Brit just puke openly in a like a historical like inner city. And I'm not just talking about Vienna, like you go to like Greece or something and you find a Brit that is just like diarrheaing against like the Acropolis,
Well, in Vienna, you don't have to be a Brit to puke in Schwedenplatz.
Oh no, that's what Schwedenplatz was designed for.
To puke.
Yeah, that's why the channel is right next to it. So they just can dump all that shit. They just spray it down every night, The Kercher, everything.
All right, let's go to the comments.
Sorry, but one more thing about the ski instructors. Like, I get that you love snow.
Yeah.
Brits are very known for loving cocaine. I get it. But this is not the right way, Hashtag no stuff.
It's hashtag no stuff, and it's not the way.
Yeah. Not the way. Yes.
Okay, one last thing about the new updates on Corona.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who's entering Austria, regardless if you are a tourist from a different country or you are an Austrian, you must register online in order to enter Austria. This is mandatory since Friday, I think.
Okay.
So make sure if you are watching this from abroad and then you are planning on coming to Austria, you need to fucking register yourself.
Again, something for contact tracing, which would have been immensely helpful since March, Because according to the GDPR, they can't misuse that information anyways. Otherwise, they get shit canned.
It's like it's been 1 year, but nobody still knows what's happening. It's been fucking 1 year now. Nobody knows what's going on, and Austria remains to be the slowest country in Europe when it comes to vaccination.
Yeah. So I had an analogy about the lockdowns being like the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Like the first one was so successful that they just redid the same one over and over and over again. Now I'm wrong. This is not Marvel.
Nah.
This is the Disney Star Wars trilogy. The first one was kind of familiar and worked kind of okay because you used elements from like few decades ago, to rebuild the same thing, and it kind of worked. The second one was a sloppy mess that destroyed most things, and the third one is just horse shit. Where every 5 minutes there's a change that doesn't make any sense.
So yeah, that's the current COVID.
The Austrian government is Disney at this point. And we have one fucking giant park that's apparently they try to switch on one machine, then switch it off fast enough so that nobody noticed that it was a bad idea to switch it on in the first place.
Cool. So
and Kurz is Jar Jar Binks. No, that's Aschbacher. Aschbacher, she's horribly written. So definitely she's the Jar Jar Binks of the Star Wars universe. The Austrian Star Wars universe.
The Star Wars Austrian universe.
Yeah, whatever,
Stupid sexy feinders. Nobody with a sane mind. Fanders.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody with a sane mind still believes in Basti Short and the rest of the clown cabinet. Lol.
Yeah.
No comments there. Problem is you can't really protest against that fucktard without associating yourself with literal Nazis.
Yeah. No, there's no legit. I mean, the SPÖ kind of is. They are kind of the opposing parties, and they did the right thing in around New Year's when the Freitesten was clearly a breach of our constitution, and they were like, "Hey, how about we don't do that?" So, yeah, it's still not ideal, and our position is still not great. But yeah, at least I have the confidence now that people won't forget at the next election.
Definitely.
I can imagine the Green Party actually falling out of the parliament again.
Yeah.
That can happen. The ÖVP hopefully will lose at least 10 to 15 points.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what happens to those voters, honestly. Like most of, I can see some of them, the business-minded ones going over to the Neos.
Yeah.
And the rest not voting. Because they can't vote for the FPÖ. That one is they still have the Vertrauensindex, the confidence index in our politicians.
Yeah.
I think, obviously, King, our main G, our president is still number one, I think, on that list, which is, you're doing such a swell job. He's literally the only boss.
He's chilling.
Yeah, he's chilling because he knows he's doing a good job. Yeah. He knows he's doing the right thing. He reminds people to wear a mask. He's still doing his state business stuff. He signs laws that are lawful and doesn't the ones he was one of the first ones to not sign a law into effect because it was clearly unconstitutional. So yeah, Van der Bellen again. Bell. He's the best, but.
Player on player.
But, yeah, exactly. But the FPÖ candidates, all of the major candidates, are literally still last on that list. So
that's how it should be.
So those ÖVP voters are also not going to vote for the FPÖ. So I'm imagining them either not voting at all, or there will be a split in the ÖVP party between the old one, the old guard, and the neoliberal new branch with Kurz and all those Wappler.
I see. Forcing FFP2 is useless, though, because they actually don't really offer an advantage over the normal ones in terms of viral transmission. Yeah, we also saw that, but again, that's the thing. Nobody knows what they're doing. They're just following whatever that is out there and get the fucking vaccine, man. Get the vaccination on point.
In general, though, FFP2 masks are way better constructed.
Yeah.
They are more sturdy. The bands actually lap behind and pull so that you get a good seal on your mouth. The FFP2 masks I've been wearing have been all immensely superior to the normal breathing mask.
And the thing, getting the vaccine rolling as quick as possible. The thing is, then you can vaccine the most what do you call them?
Vulnerable
ones.
Yeah.
And then you can make it, it's up to the people. If you want to get fucked, you are fucked. It's not on our hands anymore. Easiest way to fucking get out of this. The vaccine, get it fucking rolling.
Yeah.
And
right now we're at 1.3% vaccination in Austria.
like nothing. It's literally nothing. Mm-hmm. The death rate is higher than the fucking vaccination rate. It's fucked up.
The market share of Bing is higher.
Yeah, exactly.
Bing is right now more relevant in Austria.
Stop boasting about how much vaccination Austria is getting. Fucking get whatever is there and start rolling.
I mean, again, Vienna is doing a remarkably good job.
Like
Even though they are not the federal government, Vienna is doing a remarkably good job. Like the mass testings that are the one that I went to went really smoothly, and now the rollout with the vaccines is also beyond schedule. I think we're
Vienna.
Vienna is doing a remarkably good job being 1.8 million or 1.9 million people in one place in Austria, you know, compared to like fucking Carinthia or somebody like one of those assholes. I'm looking at you, Tyrol. I'm looking at you. You've been on my shit list for a while now because you've squandered all your good opportunities. You are literally the most beautiful, like natural sites-wise.
And
I
the
think
coolest people, man.
fantastic. Yeah. You are literally the most strategic point when it comes to transportation between the North and South Europe halves.
Yeah.
You are like the golden key, you know? And what do? Oh, you do everything on road instead of doing the correct thing, which is transport everything on rail, because you have so much more capacity. Of course, upfront cost, way higher.
Yeah.
But trains don't do emissions. That's why you have to now put in place emission standards. You've always been on my shit list, Tyrol. Since the 90s. Also because to get to my relatives, I always had to drive through Tyrol. And Tyrol has a bunch of parts of their highway is like 100 kilometer per hour restrictions, and that sucks. That just sucks, you know.
The cost at cross price thing hasn't worked with the normal masks. Billa Merkur sold the old ones for at least 2 times the at cost price.
Oh yeah. Fuck those guys. Yeah, no, they really gouged the people through those masks.
I'm disappointed Paul didn't react to Malinda's other nations copying China for the first time.
That is true. That slipped through. That is true. That was a good catch, Ali. Good catch.
Paul was more invested on shitting on Tyrol. Yes, that was the perfect...
I love Tyrol, but they'd squander all the opportunities.
That was the perfect setup for him. Haha.
Like, Swarovski now is shitting the bed. That's also in news, by the way. Swarovski is like closing 10 stores in Austria or something like that.
Okay.
Why? And firing a bunch of people. Yeah, who's buying Swarovski stones right now? I mean, who should have done that in the first place ever?
Yeah.
I literally went to Swarovski World.
Like I always wanted to go there. But
the event park. I went to that thing.
Yeah, in Innsbruck, right?
It is the most self-indulgent piece of shit I've ever experienced. The only impressive thing was one gigantic, I think it was like this size, one pure crystal that they made. Again, those are artificial stones. They're not real crystals in the sense of like naturally grown stones that they file down. No, they make them. Yeah. But still, to see a pure crystal like that in that gigantic, like comically, like, you know, James Bond villain, you know, like from the 70s crystal size, you know, like that was impressive. But the rest was fucking... The most exhibition pieces were smaller than the store at the end. Let's put it that way, you know? Okay. You know, the shop at the end of that was the biggest thing. But yes, Swarovski makes some great stuff. They make scopes, they make telescopes, they make hunting rifle gear, like telescopes for hunting rifles. They make Feldstecher, normal periscope stuff. They make all kinds of specialized optics, for industrial use and all that shit. Like that branch of Swarovski, I'm fine with. Be millionaires. Yeah. I don't care. But I literally sell trash to everybody. I mean,
to the tourists.
The moment I was done with Swarovski is when they had a collaboration with Sony in like 2006 or 2007. Sony brought out their like ultralight notebooks, and they were covered
in crystals,
covered in Swarovski crystals, covered in that shit. They were like so expensive. Like it was a mid-range laptop in the end, But because it was like a fashion item, it was like 2,000 euros or something like that. Insane. Yeah. I remember that very well. Yeah, fuck you, Swarovski. You made normal household objects more expensive because you put your stones on it. That don't do anything. If they had a positive effect,
Yeah.
I would be okay with them. But they're just garbage.
But it's fucking Swarovski anyway. Who would have known Disney Star Wars was meant to warn us of the quarantine?
This is gonna be a joke in my set when everything opens up again.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Netherlands government has resigned.
In unison.
Huh?
In unison.
Yes.
All of them at once.
Yeah. Over extortion scheme.
You were supposed to be the cool country in Europe. Netherlands. You were supposed to be the cool ones. No, you go around and
altering forms and shit.
No, they didn't alter them, I think. They just made them difficult to fill out. And then when parents who were trying to get subsidies for their kids filled them out wrongly, they got slapped by insane fines, which bankrupted a bunch of them. People. And they did it over a 10-year period, apparently, and ruined up to 20,000 parents' lives. Shit. By accusing them of a thing they didn't do. Because the way that works is they want back pay. Okay. So if you already received that subsidy, they want it back. Okay. All of it. Yeah. On top of the fine.
Shit.
You spent that money on your kid, motherfucker.
So it's like the fraudsters blaming you for fraud.
Yeah. It's the mafia the mafia cops breaking your tail light, walking up to you and saying, "Hey man, you have a broken tail light. Give me $50, man." It's fucking the mob extorting you. But it's the government. The Netherlands government. Yeah. I expected you to do that to one of your colonies, but not to yourself.
But so at least the government had the balls to resign.
Yeah, but again, this made sense. They
made the money they want.
Yeah, but it also protects the party.
Yeah.
Like by them resigning, they're still getting their jobs. They're not gonna get prosecuted properly. This is. I won't say it's a smoke and mirror thing, but it's clearly, hack off the infected arm before it spreads kind of thing. No, this is a drastic measure, but it's clear that, you're getting fucked the more you wait. Yeah. So let's just be done with that. And maybe you can revisit that arm later, Maybe that in 10 years you look back at that arm and like, that wasn't that bad of an arm, Maybe we bring that arm back,
Anyway, talking of 2.0s.
We really have
it's a new trend. Everything has to be done.
The tech industry has infected everything. Everything gets an update now. Yeah, everything gets an improved or actually improved version. Yeah.
So Trump went into history for being the first president of being impeached twice.
Double impeachment.
Which is a good thing because if he gets impeached, he cannot run for office again.
Yes. If successfully impeached. Again, it could still
There is
fail.
a high chance because now the party themselves
distributed differently. But we'll see. I mean, again, I don't exactly know the idea of Article 25 of the Constitution.
Yeah.
I didn't read up on it perfectly. But I have to say, finally, Trump did really something extraordinary.
Yeah.
People have built walls before. People have hated on minorities before. People have started wars before. He didn't, but people have done that before. And presidents also haven't started wars before. So, he hasn't done something truly original before. Now, literally...
Imagine...
This is perfect in like a Hollywood movie adaptation. This is the scene at the end of the football match. They are 6 points behind, and the guy just runs over the finish line right just at the end, and woo! Everybody yeah, he did it. No, seriously,
it's like
hats off to Trump. Nobody else has done that before.
I do everything perfect. I even get impeached twice.
They didn't get it right the first time, so I let them impeach me another one.
Like somebody told me the other day that I get impeached.
Does he just think impeachment is something sexual? Peaches. He's like, impeachment? I want an impeachment. I got an impeachment in South Salvador once, and it was fantastic.
Trump. I'm gonna miss that motherfucker, man.
Because he's not gonna live that long anymore, or because he was kind of funny as a comedian?
Yeah. He was
Oh man,
actually
I mean,
as
as a comedian he was fantastic.
Yeah.
As a president he was dog shit, but as a comedian he was fantastic.
Like right now, presidents and all that shit are not there to govern countries, man.
No,
they're a source of entertainment.
And I think we will have a lot of fun with President Biden as well. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a few Caught in Chaos episodes where we're going to talk about the first few weeks of Biden.
Yeah.
Which is going to be fun. We will be Biden our time, to see if something funny will spring up. But definitely, that bumbling idiot is going to touch somebody's hair or be weird to a black person again.
It's gonna be fucked up the moment he touches Kamala Harris's hair.
That was the interview. That was the interview for the vice presidency. Are you okay with me touching your hair? Congratulations, you got it.
Shit.
Biden is hiding.
Kamala, your hair is so nice. Can I touch it?
No, and also his dementia gets worse and worse, and then like old people sometimes hide.
Yeah.
Then it's Biden is hiding. The Secret Service, they have a code. Biden is hiding. Biden is hiding. Check the closet on level 4. Check the closet on level 4. Yeah. No. I just hope for a lot of pictures of Biden walking out of the presidential helicopter with his aviators, looking cool as fuck, and then the next picture, him stumbling. Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm looking forward in this presidency. That's like literally the height of excitement that I want. I've had enough excitement with presidents. Like none of the even the Trojan horse that Obama turned out to be, with hey, he's for being advanced and happy and all that, but also drone strike, there's still like a how would I call it, like a, you almost have to be schizophrenic to believe that one of those politicians is truly good. Because they're all humans. They're all humans, obviously. But they are also, not in a true democracy. So with our politicians, at least, I can, 80% of their actions, I can totally subscribe to their own self-interest, That Strache wanted to sell off Austria made total sense with his personality, That makes sense to me.
That's what I call user do.
Huh?
Selling shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And once you run out of that shit, yo man, give me a gram, I'll suck it.
Exactly.
You have sold everything that is sellable to buy coke. I'm just trying to.
I think
picture,
Strache would have been probably the first politician in Austrian
Saturday?
history. No, yeah, that happened before, for sure. No, that he. Come on, there was what's his name? Petzner. Petzner definitely sucked Jörg Haider's stick. You heard it here last, because that's a 10-year-old rumor or a 20-year-old rumor. No, I'm totally unprofessional by eating this celery, by the way, guys. Sorry for that, but that's what the Bloody Mary calls for.
Well, you are white. I'm not gonna judge on you for eating celery.
Yeah, somebody has to be calorie negative in this household. Yeah. Hey, we have a new guest.
Yeah, we have Jamil. Hey guys, what are your predictions on what Biden will do wrong during inauguration?
During the inauguration.
Forgetting that he's the president.
No, dying. That would be the dumbest thing. He gets assassinated, but dumb assassination, like the assassin misses, but right in that moment Biden stumbles and falls into the line of the bullet. Stuff like that. Like it would have hit the serviceman in front of Biden, but Biden's like, oh. Yeah, that would be my prediction. No, but honestly, he's
not wearing his aviators.
That's a big mistake.
Yeah, he needs to wear his aviators.
He could have. See, just from a looks perspective, he could be at least in the top 5 of best-looking presidents of all time.
In that
just
age.
with the aviators.
Yeah,
like from a coolness factor.
In that age group.
Oh, in that age group, he's unbeatable. Is there even a president that is as old as him? Has there ever been one? Probably.
He's going to be the oldest president.
Yeah, exactly. So in his age group, he's obviously the coolest. But I mean, no, in general.
Yeah.
Like, he is a cool-looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's tall, he's white, he has aviators. He looks like a poster child from a 1950s
I like how
commercials
you went,
about...
like, he's tall, he's white. Like,
Yeah. Hey, dude, for me, those are the coolest things around. Being white just feels right.
Ah, shit, man.
Okay.
Said no one ever.
Hey, I bet you, at least Frank Sinatra said that to himself.
That being white
Feels pretty,
right.
Oh, yeah. Especially while he was banging a black chick. Like, that would have been definitely Frank Sinatra's way. Like, I'm a cool cat. I even sleep with them.
Paul says Biden surely is the Top Gun. Aviators.
Yeah.
His aviators are cool. By the way, hey Paul.
Let's hope he's not Goose.
And something like what was the best thing happened last week is it actually snowed. It
We
snowed.
have winter. Winter is finally here.
But for the first couple of days it was like shitty snowing. Like it was also like the fucking lockdown releases. Like here's some snow, and it's gone.
Yeah.
But like yesterday,
Winter light. Yeah.
Yesterday there was proper snow. But while Austria and most countries in Europe experiencing snow, Sri Lanka was
unprepared.
No, Sri Lanka had an ice situation.
Holy shit. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. I was like, what is he talking about? Wait, is this still
now,
the weather
isn't
report?
that a fucking segue?
That was a fantastic segue. Yeah, no, Sri Lanka pulled one out of pulled one out of the this is surprising hat.
Actually, the thing is, so the news is a Sri Lankan bus driver, regular public bus driver, was caught transporting 18 kilos of ice on his route from Colombo to Galle. Galle is in the down south. So
yeah, and 18 kilo of ice that doesn't need to be frozen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's that special kind of ice.
Yeah.
You know, the kind of ice that you might get... you know, you don't lose your teeth when you take ice because of the cavities in your teeth, you know, from the sugar. Let's just say it that way.
I wasn't surprised because Sri Lanka was a country where...
Surprised?
Yeah.
Not bad, yeah.
I wasn't surprised because Sri Lanka was a country once ambulance drivers transported illegal alcohol.
Right. What's the penalty for that?
That one, I don't know what the penalty for, like, anyway, illegal alcohol, but for ice, I think for transporting, like, any
Carrying any amount.
Any amount, it's death penalty.
Yeah,
So, but the problem is death penalty equals life imprisonment.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Like,
So it's the slowest death sentence.
Yeah, it doesn't get like I don't remember the last
real death sentence
because we condemn them to death row.
Yeah.
But
Then
they usually
the gallows are out of work permanently.
and the worst thing is like, okay, this is just drugs. There are people who are fucking criminals who are like
mass murderers and stuff like that.
Murderers and stuff.
Yeah.
They were condemned to death.
Yeah.
They were in death row, but for good behavior, they get president pardon after like 10 years.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, probably not 10 years, but there are fucking murderers who got pardoned for good behavior.
We have that in Austria too. Where it depends on the murder, obviously. No, if it's like manslaughter and stuff like that, you know, something in the moment that you haven't planned for months, you know, and if you haven't killed more
Not
than
premeditated.
one, yeah, all that shit, you know, that there's a there's a way you can release somebody when they clearly seem like they've been reformed, you know. But yeah, obviously with somebody who has like killed 20 people or a Jeffrey Dahmer kind of situation where he just keeps people in barrels, you know. Don't leave him out. You know?
Yeah. I don't think you should.
That guy will not get it that he might change his way, you know?
Because I technically, I can't recall in the past
The last time you
decade.
ate a person? Okay, yeah.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. I don't know when I ate human the last time.
But there were times...
That was the weirdest I ate people laugh ever.
No, I was gonna say like there were times I tasted people.
Oh, hey. Hey.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I had a bone I nibbled on once in a while.
So, yeah, this dude got caught 18 kilos of ice, and Sri Lanka actually has a big ice issue right now.
Very slippery streets.
It's a very slippery slope.
Yeah.
Like a lot of youth in Sri Lanka right now is
doing ice.
And Sri Lanka being an island and very easily accessible, Sri Lanka is turning into a drug hub in Asia.
Right.
Like there are certain drugs that I never knew when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Which is like now available, like.
Yeah. License to kill. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus.
So, yeah.
I mean, the logical conclusion, like, for example, what helped, like in Portugal, for example, Portugal had a crazy drug problem, and they did the whole, let's not make anything legal, but at least decriminalize everything.
Yeah.
And then to a certain amount, and if it's not, you know, dealing, and then do a lot of reforming.
Yeah.
And that works.
This is why I'm very much in for legalizing weed in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Because what happened was...
I mean, doesn't Sri Lanka have like a long ass history with weed anyways?
We do. And still, up to now, like Ayurvedic doctors are even allowed to grow plants. Yeah. But that's for medicinal use.
Right. And historical
yeah.
precedent and stuff like that. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, obviously Sri Lanka smoked weed before the colonization and
before the lame white people showed up. Yeah,
before colonization, like we didn't have fucking tobacco.
Yeah,
like
sugar reeds or all that other shit.
There were times where potato and onion farmers were switching into tobacco because that shit was more profitable.
Yeah.
So these motherfuckers stopped growing fucking
food. the thing you need to eat. Yeah.
So that's the thing, and Sri Lanka is an island that is easily accessible from any fucking part of the world.
There's literally one of the major trade routes goes right through
that's the reason why Sri Lanka was always like that, and that's why I'm very much into legalizing weed in Sri Lanka, because once weed gets legalized, everything else is gonna go down.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened in many ways. Most drug dealers, like weed dealers, turned into higher end drugs because the punishment for weed is the same as the other drugs.
So you want to get the highest profit margin.
Exactly, before you get fucked up.
Yeah. If you have to have a in and out business model, basically, then you are taking the highest risk.
Yeah, of course.
Anyways, because it's the same risk.
It's the same risk.
If the lowest risk is the same as the highest risk, then you're just taking that risk. And
that's the problem. That's why I'm thinking now.
Yeah.
Like as you said, why stop at 18? It's a fucking bus. You could have easily.
2 tons of ice. Yeah. Fill it up to the brim with ice. When the cop comes close to you, throw a bag of ice at his head.
Maybe he might get even released for, dude, you are just a legend. Like, we can't even.
Yeah. This is too much. We can't type in the amount in the form.
You want to hear a funny story from Sri Lanka once?
Yeah.
So there was a dude who was arrested for weed, and usually what the police does is produce the amount that enough for him to be sentenced to the court. So this motherfucker went to court, and then the judge was like, "Okay, so you are guilty of this. You are sentenced to this." And he stood up and it's like, "Well, I will plead guilty." But I want to know what happened to the rest of the weed. And the judge was like, "There's the rest of the weed?"
Yeah.
It's the officer. Yeah.
The most classic. I love that the second biggest group of drug dealers next to drug dealers is cops. Like it's like shouldn't don't drug test them.
Yeah.
Just have another cop follow every cop ever. Just a cop standing behind a cop being like, "Are you doing drugs right now?" No?
Internal affairs.
Yeah. No. Internal affairs. Like you need who watches the Watchmen kind of type of deal.
One of my friends from back home, homies, Nilanga. Yo, Malinda, how you doing, buddy? Nilanga here. Man, what's up, man? Good to see you online. Thank you for joining in all the way back from home.
Nice, yeah.
We were actually talking about Sri Lanka right now.
Just Sri Lankan out over there, yeah.
That's what's up.
All right,
Spread the word.
Next news item.
And our last news item for today.
Yay.
Spanish, like Spain had a snowstorm. Yeah. Guess who's affected? The UK.
The UK. Britain.
They're affected because
Britain. It's okay. Now we feel your pain. Up to this point, this was all self-inflicted. You know, we just saw a friend in trouble who was just hurting himself. You know, that guy who was an alcoholic, and you're clearly like, we should do something, but I don't know what. He's clearly distressed, you know. He doesn't know what was good for him anymore. He's constantly fighting with himself, you know. It's terrible. But this time we can feel for them.
Yeah.
Because nothing says crisis more than you don't have any salads from Spain. You don't get any Spanish salads.
There is no Spanish salad coming up from Europe.
Is this just the Spanish farmers lying to them? They're like, oh, we had a giant snowstorm. Oh, yeah, no. They weren't preserved at all by the cold. Yeah, we couldn't save any of them.
Like,
We're
fuck you for leaving Europe.
Yeah. You don't get your most flavorful food item, like, the salad.
Imagine there's a new salad now called Brexit salad.
By the way, in British cuisine, salad is considered a spice. If you put salad in your dish, it's
a spice.
Yeah, it's It's flavored. It's salad flavored.
And they're still trying to get rid of the Indians and the Pakistanis. You might think you have the recipe, but you don't.
Your curry is not their curry, man. I'm talking about the powder itself.
But after all, it's about time
Yeah.
Britain just start tossing their own salad. That's a good one that I didn't even think about.
Fantastic one. Well done, Britain. We are so proud of you. Oh yeah, by the way, and guys, we made it. Quick Caught in Chaos update from last episode.
Yeah.
We have our first 2 dislikes ever. Thank you so much.
We have been doing so.
And I'm not being sarcastic right now. This means we are slowly making it.
Yeah.
We finally found people. We finally found people that we piss off enough. So thank you so much. And obviously, if you love this show, smash the like button. Or
if you
the
haven't
dislike
subscribed
button.
to the channel, subscribe.
Yes, obviously.
And also, before Nilangar said something, oh yeah, epic story, keep up the good work. Thanks very
Thank
much,
you.
man. Really appreciate joining you. Spread the word, bring more people from back home.
Yeah. If they want some European...
We were in school together.
Cool.
We went to school together, man. We were classmates.
All right. Yeah. Did you steal his lunch money? Or...
No.
No.
Oh. No, I didn't.
No. Never.
He's a cool dude,
It
man.
mysteriously disappeared every single day, but I don't know how.
His lunch might have been gone missing.
Yeah, that's why you look the way. You don't look like the guy who steals the money. You look like the guy who steals the food.
lunch.
Yeah. And on that note, thank you so much for checking us out, guys.
Also, our Instagram handles are on the screen.
Yeah, check us out
Malinda
there.
Perera and Paul Jacobs comedy. Hopefully, I mean, we don't know when we can go on stage, so tune in.
Next week, we're going to be back.
We're going to be back next week at same time, same place. YouTube.
As long, please don't lift the 1+1 restriction, because that would severely
affect us.
This is like you took 99% and now you're taking the last bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's hope that one doesn't get revoked. But until that point, we will keep broadcasting.
Because we are really caught in chaos.
At this point, truly. At the beginning, it was a joke. Now it's just reality.
Yeah, we started it as a joke. I honestly, when I came up with the whole concept, I didn't think that this will go this long, but I am actually happy that this Caught in Chaos has turned into a brand.
We made more episode of this than most other projects we've been part of.
Yeah.
Also that we've been so consistent.
Yeah.
So this is really upsetting me. It shows I have to follow through.
Yeah.
The only thing missing now is the viewers.
Yeah.
You know? Because I
next
hope you
time when you
enjoyed this,
come
obviously.
online, bring somebody with you. Like, tell another friend of yours, like, yo, you just have to fucking click on the link and it's playing.
And if you share it on your social medias, we wouldn't
wouldn't
hate it.
Yeah,
we
would appreciate it.
Yeah.
At least let's try to get some dislikes.
Yeah. We don't mind.
I like seeing internet thugs more than actually seeing people who likes my shit.
Okay.
Like, people who like my shit, I see them on stage when I'm on stage.
Right.
But I wanna fucking see
Somebody
those.
searched you out to dislike you.
Yeah,
That's true.
That takes some effort.
Maybe the guy who I'm not gonna say anything anymore. So see you the next time, guys.
Yes, until then, have a good week. Have a good rest of the lockdown. I don't know.
Have an uneventful rest of the lockdown. That's what we are saying.
That's it. Then see you guys next Sunday with the funniest podcast in whole of Austria.
Yay!
My name is Malinda Perera.
My name is Paul Jacobs.
See you guys next week.
Bye.